Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get this kind of like sultry, warm, smoky eye look. And I guess this is kind of like a get ready with me also. And also too, I'm going to be featuring all of my favorite makeup at the moment. So before we get into today's video, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and give the video a big thumbs up. And if you guys would like to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, it has been quite some time since I sat down and filmed a video for you guys. I am so sorry. I had to take a couple weeks off from doing this just so I can focus on my health. I had kind of a flare-up and I was going through some things, but I am back and I'm excited to get some videos up for you guys. So today I am doing a get ready with me and I am using all of my favorite products at the moment. I thought that'd be kind of fun. I'm not really getting ready for anything specific. I'm gonna go with my boyfriend on his lunch break and hang out, and then I'm gonna hang out with him tonight, and that's about it. But I thought it would be fun to get ready with you guys and kind of update you on a few things regarding my channel. So let's just get right into it. To start off the look, I already did my brows off camera just because it takes me forever and I have to get like close to the mirror and everything. But I did use one of my new favorite brow pencils, and that is the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. And this is in the shade, what is it? I think it's dark brown. And Influencer actually sent this to me along with the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel. And what I like about this is that it tints your brows even after you wash off what you put on. And it kind of leaves more of like a feathered effect to the brow, which looks more natural. So since I got my brows down, I am going to go ahead and prime my face. Right now, my favorite primer is the Dr. Brandt Pore Luminizer Primer Base, and I really love this because it makes my foundation stay on all day. The only thing is I don't really like the smell. It kind of smells like glue, which is kind of gross. But I really love how this makes my skin look. And then to go with that, I am going into the Benefit Porefessional. This has been a favorite for a long time. I think it is the best primer for your pores. And what I do is I just take a little bit on my finger and I just fill in the areas where my pores are more prominent and I have more issues. And I don't rub it all over my face just because I don't think this is the kind of primer that really makes my foundation stick. So I usually like to mix it with another primer. So this is my new favorite combination of foundations. I do like to mix foundations sometimes because sometimes a foundation can offer you something that another one doesn't, but you also want something from the other one, if you know what I'm saying. So today I am mixing the Too Faced Born This Way foundation and also the e.l.f. Flawless Face Foundation. This is like my favorite drugstore foundation. It is so good. So in the Too Faced foundation, I am in the shade Almond, and then in the e.l.f. foundation, I am in the shade Porcelain. So I like to just add a few pumps of each on the hand and then I mix it all together. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this to my face and I'm gonna take my damp Real Technique sponge and blend it all out. I am not having a very good skin day. I swear my skin just goes up and down all the time. Sometimes I have really nice skin, sometimes my skin just looks like crap, but I'm hoping that this is going to really cover things up because I'm not in the mood to deal with a breakout today. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this all in. And when I use my sponge, I just want to make sure I'm going in like pouncing motions so I can really make that foundation stick and sink in versus like wiping it on your face. You don't want any harsh lines or streaks. Now that foundation is on, I'm going to go into concealer. And shocking, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm sorry, but I think this will always be my favorite and like everyone else's favorite. It's just so good. I think I've seen like a few beauty vloggers that don't really like this foundation or concealer, but honestly, I think it's the best. It hardly creases, it covers, it brightens. I just absolutely love it. So I am just concealing and highlighting all the places that I usually do, anywhere where I have discoloration and where I want to brighten, which is like my whole face. And then I am going to go ahead and go into this little brush by Crown. It's like the perfect little shape for concealer, and I am just going to blend this in. So yeah, I have missed making videos for you guys. It's been a little while. Like I said, I was in a little bit of a flare with my condition, and if you guys are new here, I have chronic fatigue syndrome And I have a lot of videos on that. I'll link a playlist up above if you guys are interested. But besides that, I'm doing a little better, and I have just been really like wanting to hit it hard with getting videos up and really kind of like upping the ante with my makeup post on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I just really want this, and I really want to keep making content for you guys because I really enjoy it. Despite all of the YouTube drama and the new policies and all of that garbage. But either way, I really love it, and I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And right now I look like a ghost on the monitor. It looks really crazy. I always look so weird, I feel like, when it's just like foundation. Like, I look creepy. I'm going to go ahead and use one of my favorite powders, and of course the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I'm going to go ahead and take my damp sponge, and this is my favorite way to apply my powder. I don't really like to bake. Once in a while I'll do it if I'm going to somewhere like really nice, but typically I find that baking really dries out my under eyes, and it almost makes my concealer crease even more. So what I like to do is take a little bit of powder on my sponge and just kind of like blend that in and press it into my skin, and it really fills in my pores and just makes my skin look almost airbrushed. And typically I usually just do this around the areas where my concealer is because I do like having more of a luminous finish to my skin versus like an all matte finish, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now that that is all finished, I'm going to zoom you guys on in and we will work on the eyes. Hello. So we're nice and zoomed in now, and I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using my all-time favorite primer potion by Urban Decay. This is like an old product that, like, I mean, this specific one isn't old, but I'm saying like this has been around for so long, and this stuff always has made such a difference with how my eyeshadow looks, and I absolutely love it. So I got my eyes all primed, and I'm going to just go ahead and dust a little bit of powder over my lids just to kind of set that primer. So now we are all ready for eyeshadow, and surprise surprise, I'm going to be going in to my Jaclyn Hill palette. I cannot get enough of this palette. Like, I think I've talked about this palette in about 5 videos now, and yeah, it's my favorite. I love the color selection, I love how these blend, I love the pigmentation, everything about it makes me happy. I think I'm going to do something kind of warm and maybe kind of smoky and blown out. So I'm going to go ahead and go in to these 2 shades right here and mix the 2. These are the shades, let's see, Silk Cream and MFEO. And I'm going to mix the 2, and this creates like my favorite transition shade. Something about it is just like perfect for my skin tone, I feel like. And I'm just taking a fluffy brush and blending that in to the transition area. So you guys, what kind of videos do you want to see from me? Obviously I do the makeup tutorials and I do health updates, which I know I need to do another update soon on where I'm at with my recovery from CFS. But if there's anything specific, please leave it down in the comments. If you guys would like to see a video with my boyfriend, maybe, let me know. He really wants to do that tag that was trending like a year and a half ago where your boyfriend does your makeup. I know like so many people have done that, but I think it would be a lot of fun with my guy because he's a funny guy and he's so sweet and amazing. And I would love for you guys to meet him here on the channel. So let me know if you guys would like to see something like that. So now we have all that blended out. I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Buns. I have the names on the back here. So I'm going to go into this shade and just blend that into the crease to create more depth. I just seriously love how these matte shades blend out. So I think I want to add some like burgundy to this without looking too overdone with the burgundy since I'm wearing a burgundy shirt. But I'm going to go into one of my favorite shades in the entire palette, which is called Jax, and that is this really deep cranberry shade right here. And I'm going to mix it with this shade right here, which is called Chip. And then I'm just going to add this to the outer third of my eye and just kind of pounce that on there to build the color, if that makes sense. I feel like the darker brown shade is going to kind of tone down the burgundy a little bit. That way it doesn't look too bright because that's not really what I'm going for right now. Okay, and then I'm going to switch gears for a second and I'm going to go into this Colourpop shadow. You guys, this is so beautiful. I'll go ahead and swatch this for you because oh my gosh, like when I swatched this in Ulta, I was freaking out. Not only because of the color, but it has these like little flecks of glitter in it, and oh, it is so pretty. I feel like on camera it doesn't do it justice. Yeah, this is like my new favorite. And I love that the glitter is wearable, like for more of an everyday look. It's not super chunky or dramatic. It's just like really soft and pretty. It's more like sparkly, if anything. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is in the shade Lightning Bug. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the lower lash line a little bit. And I'm going to go back into my Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm going to take this really, really tiny brush and I'm going to go back into the shade Jax and the shade Chip. I'm just going to sweep this underneath my lash line. I'm going to go back into the shade Chip on this fluffy brush and I'm really going to smoke everything out on the lower lash line. And just make sure everything is nice and diffused. And then I'm going to kind of bring that color upwards just a little bit so it all ties together. Next I'm going to go in with this black eyeliner. This isn't necessarily a favorite, but it's the best black eyeliner I have right now. It's by Vintage Cosmetics, and this is the Smokey Eye Pencil in Jet Black. And I am just gonna do this and place this on my waterline. Okay, and then I'm going to take this little pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade Soda Pop right down here, and I'm just going to place a little bit of that shadow on my brush and just kind of blend a little to smoke out that eyeliner. I just really want kind of more of a sultry, smoky look down here in this area. And then finally, I'm going to create a wing, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. liquid liner. You guys, I am so obsessed with this eyeliner. This is something that I purchased a long time ago, and then it kind of sat in my collection and I kind of forgot about it, and then more recently I've been using it and I completely forgot how much I love this eyeliner. It's only $3 and this is in the shade Jet Black. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. I will probably speed up this portion of the video because it always takes me a little bit of time, and yeah, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so my wings turned out a little bigger than I was wanting to. It was one of those situations where I messed up and then the wing just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So before we get into lashes, I'm going to of course apply some mascara, and don't laugh at me, but this is a sample and it's new and it is my new favorite. This is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara, and I love this mascara. I think Benefit comes out with like the best mascaras. It's totally their thing. It gives you so much volume and length. It is waterproof, which I'm not too big on, but because it makes my lashes look so good, because I don't have very big lashes, I really don't mind that it's waterproof. But yeah, I love this. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and apply this mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see because my eyeliner is pretty thick, but this mascara makes my lashes look really good and I love it. I'm going to go off camera and apply some lashes. And today I'm going to use the Ardell Faux Mink lashes. I actually really love these, especially for a drugstore brand. These are really nice. They're very wispy and very flirty and pretty, and I love them. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these off camera and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So the next item I'm going to go into is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and this is my absolute favorite bronzer of all time. I always mix these two shades right here because this one's a lot more cool than what I'm used to, and this one's a little too warm. So when I mix the two, it creates like the perfect shade. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this fluffy e.l.f. brush and carve out my cheekbones that are non-existent. What I like about this is that it just blends so seamlessly. I think this is literally the best bronzer I've ever used. I know it's been around for a while, but it's a little newer to me. I found it at Marshall's for 20 bucks, which is insane. And I have a few like little Marshalls makeup hauls if you guys want to check that out. I'll leave that above so you guys can click on the link. I'm going to take this brush and contour my nose a little and just create a small line right here. Once more on this side. And I kind of like to bring the contour in to this area right here. I feel like it just adds some definition to the face, if you know what I mean. And I'm just gonna blend a little bit. Okay, and then next what I like to do is I like to take this banana shade right here, and I like to take the angle side of my sponge and just kind of like dab in a little bit, and I like to carve out the bottom portion of my contour. I feel like this just kind of cleans everything up and makes it look nice and straight. Next for highlight, I'm going to be using my favorite highlighter at the moment, and that is the Pure highlighter in the shade Afterglow, and this is from, what do you call this palette? The Bronze and Brighten palette. I'm going to be using this shade right here. Sorry for that glare, but this is like such a beautiful highlighter, and I'm just going to go on lightly because you guys, this picks up a lot, and I'm going to tap off a little of that powder. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but this is seriously so pretty. It does show my texture just a little bit, but honestly, I don't care. I mean, we all have texture on our face, whatever. So I am just placing this on the high points of my face. Look at that glow. And I add this a little on my forehead and a little on this side. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and lightly put this down the center of my nose and then kind of blend it out with the brush. And then I'm going to take a small little pencil brush and I'm going to go in with that highlighter again and highlight the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten everything up around the eyes, make me look more awake. And then I'm also going to highlight just a little bit on the brow bone. I don't like too much highlight right here, but I just want to add a little bit. Next, I'm going to go into one of my favorite blushes at the moment, which is the Milani Blossomtime Rose. Oh my god, my camera just like never focuses. It's the Milani Blossomtime Rose blush in the shade, actually no, it's the powder blush in the shade Blossomtime Rose. And what I like about this is that it's very subtle, but it has kind of a slight sheen to it. It's really nice. I like it. It's probably not even showing up very good on camera, but I don't like a heavy blush. It just makes me look too clown-like. So I'm just going in with this Luxie brush right here and kind of swirling around, and I'm just going to blush up my cheeks a little bit. And then before we get into lipstick, I am just going to spray my face using this Cover FX setting spray. I love this setting spray. The mist is like so fine and soft feeling, and I love it. It keeps my makeup on all day. It kind of leaves a luminous finish to my skin, which I love. And I'm just going to spray as much as I want. And then once I have that sprayed on, I like to kind of take my beauty blender or Real Technique sponge and kind of just dab a little just to make sure everything is locked into place. And then finally, we're moving on to lips. I don't know if I want to use more of a nude or more of a burgundy shade. I think I'm going to go with the nude because the eyes are pretty dramatic, and we'll just see how it looks. And if it doesn't look good, you know what? I have a better idea. I'm going to use this color and then put this over top for more of a like an ombre effect kind of thing, because that's what I want to do. But this is my favorite one out of all of their soft matte lip creams. This is in the shade Canis. I think that's how it's pronounced. I might be wrong. It's spelled C-A-N-N-E-S. I love this shade. It is so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this, and I'll speed up the footage because it takes me a little time. Okay, so I think I like how that turned out. It's not too bright and it's kind of muted, so it's what I was going for. And that completes this look. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if it was too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I will leave all the information down below, so if you guys want to do that, you can. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.